this Chesham Stakes. Listed race over 7 furlongs, the first race on the final day of Royal Ascot, and they're off. And Zuta was a stride slow leaving the stalls. Away well away to the left, Moments of Joy, Humidity down the centre in the noseband, followed by the Secret Adversary on the far side, Brave Hunter, and they're tracked towards the near side by Venetian Lace. Tail Gunner Joe is switched to the far side, Trey and Moore in the all blue, and then Waterford Castle and the slow starting Zuta. Humidity now with a definite advantage by a length to Venetian Lace on the near side. On the far side, Moments of Joy. Close up then is the Perfect Adversary in 4th place. Trey and Moore moving a little closer now in 5th, followed by Waterford Castle and then Brave Hunter on the far side, and Zuta as they run on now towards the final 3 furlongs in the Chesham Stakes, and pretty open at this stage. Humidity taken on by Moments of Joy. Venetian Laces tracking them on the far side. Tail Gunner Joe trying to get on terms from Brave Hunter. Trey and Moore now being asked a question on the right by William Buick, and then Waterford Castle, but it's Humidity and Moments of Joy fighting it out at the moment from the Perfect Adversary, running on in 3rd with the Big White Blaze, and inching closer the Perfect Adversary. Humidity and Moments of Joy. Here comes the Perfect Adversary down the near side. There's a length between them. Humidity is all out from the Perfect Adversary in 2nd, and it's Humidity for Wathnan Racing and James Doyle winning the Chesham Stakes.
Set to race. And they're off and running in the Hardwicke Stakes over 1.5 miles. Palladium away pretty well. Ryan Moore quickly looking across, closest to the rail. Space Legend, the gold sleeves going forward. Sunway is pretty handy with Ghost Writer in the violet silks. The Godolphin Blue Rebels Romance is wide on the course, just looking to get across now and become closer to the lead. The front 5 are being followed by Al Riffa, Candleford, the green and red, the inside. Bellum Justin following with Epic Poet in the next position. Burdett Road, Al-Azi held up, as is usually the case, in rear with the best turned out winner, Table Talk, as the field head through their first half mile and run towards Swinley Bottom, and it is Space Legend and James Doyle leading to Sunway, Blinkered under Oisin Murphy in 2nd. Ghost Writer is in 3rd place ahead of Rebels Romance, the 2-time Breeders' Cup Turf winner, in 4th position. Candleford is next, and then Palladium in 6th place. Palladium is then being followed by Bellum Justin, who races on the inside of Al Riffa, and then the back quartet, Epic Poet on the inside of Burdett Road, and then Table Talk and Al-Azi, as the fields reach halfway in the Hardwicke Stakes. Less than 6 furlongs to cover. Space Legend, 2nd in the King Edward VII Stakes here a year ago, in front of Sunway in 2nd. Ghost Writer is in 3rd with William Buick and Rebels Romance in 4th place, just over 2 lengths off the lead. Candleford, Tom Marquand the inside next, then Palladium still being followed by Al Riffa on the outside of Bellum Justin, and then in rear Burdett Road with Epic Poet, Al-Azi and Table Talk as they head into the turn and run towards their final 3 furlongs here. Sunway moving up on the outside of the pushed along Space Legend. Rebels Romance is poised to the outside. Ghost Writer driven, then Palladium. Al Riffa is making ground around the outside as Rebels Romance goes on to Sunway, takes over pretty easily. Al Riffa staying on to the outside. Palladium battling away with Sunway on the inner, but it's Rebels Romance and William Buick with the lead here. 1.5 furlongs to go. Al Riffa is chasing hard. He's got 2 lengths to find on Rebels Romance inside the last furlong. Rebels Romance with Al Riffa chipping away at the leader's advantage. It is Rebels Romance though who's holding his challenge, and Rebels Romance adds a Royal Ascot win to a glittering CV and takes the Hardwicke 2 in
Going to be the last in. They're lined up and they're off, and a slow break from Anaf towards the centre. Satono Rev is on the extreme right under Joe Moreira, the favourite, and Lazat goes on in the early stages, red cap from Ines Sharon, and Storm Boy showing speed down the near side, tracked by Satono Rev. Far side is Top Gear, followed by Grand Grey over there and Run to Freedom and Flora of Bermuda. In the centre of the field is Elite Status from Jasur. Further back then Iberian Night Eyes towards this near side, followed by Anaf, who's recovered partially from the slow start, and Great Generation. The main body of the field on the left are headed still by Lazat from Top Gear in second. France Challengers first and second. They're chased now by Elite Status and Inish Sharon, who's being pushed along. They're followed then by Grand Grey. On the far side, Run to Freedom, and then Iberian. Down the near side, here comes the favourite Satono Rev, beginning to accelerate now and challenging Lazat. It's Lazat on the far side to Satono Rev. Is produced by Joe Moreira as they race down to the final furlong. Lazat with a narrow advantage. Satono Rev is trying very hard. Lazat a stout stare at the trip, holding Satono Rev in a terrific battle. It's Lazat who wins the Jubilee from Satono.
Set. And they're off in the Jersey Stakes. Deep Jari, the German challenger, broke pretty well in the centre in company with Comanche Brave, the dark blue. Over on the left is Spy Chief, and Spy Chief is leading early, followed by Noble Champion. Comanche Brave, Deep Jari, Remus is in that group as well in company with the grey Caban, and Pelletry is at the back of the 7 over on the far side. The near side group, just a couple lengths off the speed, California Dreamer, she is leading those, followed by One Smack Mac and Benevento and Marvel Man, with Saracen and Brian amongst those, but going very fast down the centre, Spy Chief and Robert Havlin, as the field have completed their first 3 furlongs, running down towards halfway in the Jersey. The far side on the left, Spy Chief being tracked by Noble Champion. The near side, California Dreamer, just getting a squeeze along with Benevento. One Smack Mac, Marvel Man is starting to pick up ground towards the right. The dark blue and white as they head down towards the 2. It's still Spy Chief that leads. Noble Champion and Kieran Schumacher held together following. They're tracked then by Comanche Brave, and Pelletry trying to run on from the back. It is still Spy Chief that has the lead here. Spy Chief, Noble Champion is now challenging, and Noble Champion takes over here. Noble Champion just drifting left, but has headed Spy Chief. Comanche Brave is back in third. Remus is running on with Pelletry, but up towards the line here it's Noble Champion for Ed Walker and Kieran Schumacher. Noble Champion wins the Jersey in great style. Spy Chief second.
And they're off. Noble Truth on the extreme right, getting away fairly way next door to Holcomb Bay. They're amongst the leaders on the stand side. Get It very fast into stride down the centre in the black and white, and Get It spearheads that group with Woodhay Wonder close up, and Jaraf and £10 away to the left is We Never Stop towards the 4. Shartash is handy, and on the far side is Vadreen. They're chased by Golden Mind and Cover Up. To the right of the group is Roman Dragon, and then Pura Sangay as they head down towards the halfway stage. A little group, a smaller group on the stands rail, and that is Noble Truth out in front from Desert Cop in second, Valiant Force and Holcomb Bay and Zoom Zoom, and then Orazio and Corker is at the back of that group as they head now inside the final quarter. It's still Get It who leads the way out in the centre. Old Apollo 1 begins to thunder home, followed by £10 and Jaraf, and behind these then running on well is Woodhay Wonder as well, but it's still Get It inside the final furlong. £10 is the challenger, running on well, a Ram on the far side. Get It is all out from £10 racing up towards the line. Holcomb Bay near side. Get It on the far side with.
And they're off and running in the Golden Gates Stakes. Seraph Gabriel broke pretty well. Cada Betoon was a little bit slower than some of the others. From the inside, Roosevelt in the all dark blue is up there with stablemate Rock of Cashel, and also the Norwegian challenger War Socks wearing the headgear. To the outside, Basalt is widest of all, trying to get across in company with Ernst Blofeld. Glen to Glen following the leaders with Aurel, and then Brindavon in midfield, a gold cap with Fantasy Man the outside, then El Burhan and Dakota Blue. Dakota Blue has 3 behind. Seraph Gabriel, Best Secret, and Cada Betoon is just about the back marker as they've gone past Swinley Bottom. And at the head of affairs, it is Roosevelt to War Socks in second place. To the outside then is Basalt. Tycoon in the violet jacket is fairly handy, just in advance of Rock of Cashel. Glen to Glen, Aurel next, with on the outside Ernst Blofeld. Then Brindavon and Fantasy Man as they're about to go past the halfway point. Less than 5 furlongs to run in the Golden Gates. Dakota Blue still well back in the field with El Burhan and also Seraph Gabriel. Best Secret, one from last. Cada Betoon will need to pass everything to win, as it is War Socks and Roosevelt. Basalt is now chased along the outside. Rock of Cashel following. Tycoon getting a run through around the inside. David Egan followed by Aurel. Glen to Glen. Ernst Blofeld is driven. They're followed by Bryndavan held together. Fantasy Man and Dakota Blue the inside. Still with plenty to do is Seraph Gabriel as they turn into the home straight. And it is Warsox that has the lead to Basalt. Two very big priced runners here. Glen to Glen. Aurel. Roosevelt's weakened as they now run inside the final 2 furlongs here. Warsox and Basalt. These are the first two. Glen to Glen. Seraph Gabriel now is unwinding down the outside, finishing very powerfully indeed as they head to the last furlong. And Seraph Gabriel has come through under Ross Orion. Cada Betoon is also powering home from the back, chasing down this leader. Seraph Gabriel, Cada Betoon inching closer. So is Best Secret up towards the line. It's a photo between Cada Betoon and Seraph Gabriel. Completing the line, set to race. And they're off, 9 of them, the longest race of the week and the longest race in the flat racing calendar, the Queen Alexandra Stakes, over just shy of 2 miles and 6 furlongs. A good break from Youthful King, the blue jacket with pink spots, starting at the very top of the straight mile. Dallas Star in the purple is fairly handy, followed by the grey Scottish Anthem, just keeping wide in the early stages of the others. Trooper Bisdee, who is just leading King of the Road, and behind King of the Road is Wild Waves under Oisin Murphy. Sober is just in behind Youthful King at the moment, racing on the outer of Scottish Anthem. And at the back of the sextet that are just hugging the far rail, Toby Tops, a winner here back in May, and Samui making his second appearance of the week, having finished third in the Copper Horse Stakes here on Tuesday. He's got an extra mile to run over today as they've completed their first half mile in the Queen Alexandra. And Dallas Star and David Egan just taking up the running to Trooper Bisdee and Luke Morris in second place, the green and yellow silks. Scottish Anthem and Carl McHugh following, with Youthful King and Jack Dace, who is just racing on the inside of Ryan Moore and Sober. Ryan has won this race on 5 previous occasions. Trainer Willie Mullins has taken the Queen Alexandra 4 times, most recently with Stratum in 2022. The back quartet, King of the Road, making his debut on the flat. Samui, Toby Tops and George Wood, and last of all is Wild Waves as they come to the end of their first mile. And now Trooper Bisdee has taken up the running. Trooper Bisdee going on by a length and a half to Dallas Star in second. 1 full circuit of the racecourse from here. Trooper Bisdee crossing the line in front with a circuit to go. Dallas Star in second place. Sober is in third position. Scottish Anthem to the inside as they're about to come inside their final mile and a half. In fifth position is Youthful King, just ahead of King of the Road and David Probert, wearing a red cap. Toby Tops is well back with Samui and Colin Keane, and Wild Waves, the back marker for Oisin Murphy and Andrew Balding, who's had a fantastic week. A tremendous day with 2 winners already on the board, and has won the Queen Alexandra on 2 previous occasions, most recently with Cleonte in 2019. Luke Morris just trying to steady things up a shade on Trooper Bisdee here in front of Dallas Star as they continue to run down towards Swinley Bottom. Trooper Bisdee to Dallas Star in second spot. Sober is sharing third with Scottish Anthem. King of the Road then the outside of Youthful King. The first one to come under pressure is Toby Tops at the back of the field, is requiring pushing along. Wild Waves is on the outside of that and is following Samui as Trooper Bisdee leads them, and they now have a mile to run. So 1 mile left in the Queen Alexandra Stakes. Trooper Bisdee still with the advantage to Dallas Star in second. Sober is motoring in behind in company with Scottish Anthem, and then Youthful King and King of the Road. Samui with 2 behind. Wild Waves in the orange and light blue, and the ridden along Toby Tops. As the field now come inside their final 6 furlongs here, there would be only about 5 or 6 lengths covering the first 8, with a further gap back to Toby Tops. Trooper Bisdee, Dallas Star, Sober is in third position. Samui has improved quite straightforwardly to go into 4th place. is just passing Scottish Anthem. That move is tracked by Wild Waves. King of the Road has come under pressure and is towards the rear of the main group in company with Youthful King. So Trooper Bisdee is now shaken along in front as they head towards their final 3 furlongs. Dallas Star, having first crack at the leader, is just breezing up to Trooper Bisdee's girth, but Sober is in behind, and just behind him is Samui, and following that one is Wild Waves. So Trooper Bisdee's stay at the front comes to an end. David Egan and Dallas Star the leader, but Sober is coming there racing very powerfully. Samui is chased along. Wild Waves is trying to unwind down the outside. They have a furlong and a half left to go. He hasn't blinked. Ryan Moore on Sober now just starts to shake him up, and Sober's gone 2.5 lengths clear off Samui. Wild Waves running on into third, then Dallas Star, but Sober looks to have this in the bag here, heading inside the final 100 yards. It's going to be a 5th Queen Alexandra for Willie Mullins and a 7th winner of the week for Ryan Moore. Sober, it was never in doubt. Sober takes the Queen Alexandra, Samui 2nd, Wild Waves 3rd, Dallas Star.